You're not mentally exhausted because you work too much. You're exhausted because your brain is leaking energy all day, silently. Most people blame sleep, motivation, or discipline. Neuroscience disagrees. Mental energy is not fixed. It is managed. Your brain consumes almost 20% of your body's total energy. Every notification, every small decision, every unfinished thought drains cognitive fuel. The modern world didn't just increase workload. It multiplied micro-decisions. Each tiny choice forces the prefrontal cortex to spend energy again and again. So you start the day clear, but by afternoon, thinking feels slow and heavy. The good news is simple. Science shows mental energy can be doubled by removing hidden drains. And the biggest drain is something most people never notice. The hidden drain begins with uncertainty. Your brain fears unclear choices more than hard work. Every small decision, what to wear, when to begin, which task comes first, consumes attention and glucose. This is decision fatigue. It doesn't feel dramatic, but it steadily drains mental energy. High performers are not more disciplined. They simply remove decisions before the day starts. Predictable patterns protect cognitive bandwidth. When routines become automatic, the brain stops wasting energy on negotiation. Build default systems. A consistent morning routine, fixed work hours, planned meals, and a clear starting ritual. This isn't restriction. It's protection of executive function. Fewer decisions create sharper thinking. Resistance fades because the mind no longer argues with itself. Energy saved early multiplies across the entire day. And when decision noise disappears, focus stops feeling forced. That opens a door to a deeper upgrade. Once decisions stop draining you, another hidden force appears. Mental exhaustion rarely comes from work itself. It comes from dopamine overload. Every scroll, notification, and burst of quick entertainment trains the brain to expect constant novelty. The reward system becomes overstimulated. As a result, slow and meaningful thinking begins to feel uncomfortable. Neuroscientists describe this as reward prediction imbalance. The brain spends energy resisting distraction instead of completing the task. Work feels harder not because it is difficult, but because stimulation elsewhere feels easier. The solution is not removing pleasure. It is controlling timing. Delay high dopamine activities until after focus work. Begin the day without instant rewards. No social media, no passive scrolling. This resets baseline dopamine levels and stabilizes attention. Focus suddenly lasts longer. Effort feels lighter. Stamina increases naturally. You stop chasing stimulation and start producing drive internally. But mental energy is not only chemical. It is deeply physical. Once dopamine stabilizes, another truth becomes clear. The brain cannot stay sharp inside a motionless body. Humans were not designed to think for 8 hours without movement. Physical motion increases blood flow to brain, delivers more oxygen, and restores neurochemical balance. Even short activity releases BDNF, a protein strongly linked to learning, memory, and mental resilience. Most people make one critical mistake. They wait until exhaustion forces a break. Science suggests the opposite. Move before fatigue arrives. 2 minutes of walking. Stretch between tasks. Stand during phone calls. These small actions reset neural efficiency before energy collapses. Think of movement as refreshing your brain's operating system. After moving, attention sharpens, creativity rises, and mental fog clears faster than caffeine ever could. Now 3 systems align. Fewer decisions balance dopamine and optimize physiology. But one final principle determines whether energy truly compounds. With physiology aligned, the final shift becomes unavoidable. Mental energy does not grow during scattered effort. It grows during uninterrupted thinking. Research shows the brain reaches peak efficiency only after about 20 to 30 minutes of continuous focus. Every interruption resets that process. A single notification doesn't just steal time. It breaks momentum and forces the brain to restart. Protect focus deliberately. Silence devices. Work in single-task windows. Schedule communication instead of reacting instantly. Make interruption difficult, not convenient. At first, deep work feels uncomfortable because the brain has forgotten how to concentrate. Stay long enough and something changes. Effort decreases while clarity increases. Energy begins to rise instead of drop. You finish demanding work feeling mentally clean rather than depleted. Here's the real shift. Energy follows attention. When attention stops fragmenting, mental power compounds naturally. Now the system is complete. Mental energy is not luck. It is deliberate architecture. Remove unnecessary decisions. Stabilize dopamine. Move frequently. Protect deep focus. These strategies do not depend on motivation. They redesign how your brain spends energy from the start. Top performers are not superhuman. They simply eliminate hidden drains most people accept as normal. Start with one change today. Add another tomorrow. Each small adjustment compounds, building energy instead of wasting it. Doubling mental energy is not about doing more. It is about aligning your brain with the way science intended it to work. When clarity becomes constant, work stops feeling like effort. It becomes effortless momentum, and productivity stops being a struggle. Your brain, once surviving, now operates at full capacity.